Good morning, everyone. If you all are able and would like to, please join us in singing our welcome song. And right after the welcome song, don't sit down. We're going to greet our neighbors.
Here we go. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here with me. Did you know you're one with God for eternity? Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here with me. You're not a stranger anymore. Now you're family. Now you're family.
Hi, Shannon.
Shannon Garrett.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, welcome to Unity. Have you been here?
Not here.
Okay.
It was in another place.
Okay. As you return to your seats, we ask that you kindly silence your cell phone so it doesn't disturb our gathering. I know. We're very social. That's good. All right. So I am Catherine Jeffrey, and I am the secretary on the Board of Trustees. And it's my honor to welcome you to Unity of the Hill Country, where we offer a positive path for spiritual living. Let's give another warm welcome to this week's guest musician, Jeffrey Rector. Okay. The Christ candle is lit, reminding us that Spirit is present in this very room. May this flame remind us that the Christ light lives within and among us now and always. Okay, and if you will join me in our opening prayer together, let us join with one another now in heart and in mind as we experience the presence of the divine. In this moment, peace fills the room, joy fills our hearts, life and love restore us on all levels, mind, body, and spirit. For this awareness and every blessing in our lives, we are grateful, and so it is. Amen. And now let us affirm our statement of faith together. There is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe, God the good, the omnipotent. And now let us speak our mission and vision statements as affirmations of truth. Together, we live consciously, celebrating the divine potential in all. In a world of universal peace, love, and abundance, our oneness is revealed. The Daily Word has been giving the worldwide unity movement a daily prayer since 1924. We join millions of other Daily Word readers throughout the world, multiplying the power of these words. As we read today's prayer, I am going to read today, and today the word is life. And if you will join me in saying the affirmation at the top, With joy, I dance in the fountain of life. Observing children playing in a fountain, I hear them laughing as they dart through sprays of water, surprised by sudden geysers. Sunlight turns the wafting mist into prisms of color, a reminder that the same joy and light dance in me. Life can feel like that fountain, fun, but sometimes catching me by surprise. If I resist, I grow weary. But when I move with its rhythm, dodging, laughing, and dancing, I feel the pulse of divine life. Even in challenging circumstances, I can regard the spray as refreshment, the soaking as a grace. Each of these baptisms comes an invitation of cleansing, renewal, and awakening, a chance to grow in spirit. As I join life's dance, I am lifted. Creativity awakens, joy abounds, and I feel fully alive. For with you is the fountain of life. In your light we see light. Psalms 36:9. And if you'll join me again in the affirmation. With joy, I dance in the fountain of life. Okay, it is Celebration Sunday. So the first Sunday of each month, we take some time to honor celebrations like birthdays and anniversaries, answered prayers, everything in between. So if you have something to celebrate, please stand or raise your hand and make it known. Yes.
Happy Mother's Day, all mothers.
Oh, happy Mother's Day. All right. What day? May 28th. All right. Well, happy birthday. And Brad's birthday on the 24th. Well, we have a lot of May birthdays because my birthday is May 11th. So, yeah. Any other celebrations? Oh, Ray. And Ray is graduating high school on the 22nd of May. All right. So please join me in blessing our celebrants with the affirmation on the screen. Together, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are. And now it's time for some special music. Please stand if you're able and join us in singing Drama Trauma. Is this a congregational song, Jeffrey?
It is.
All
actually.
right. So please stand. Here we go.
All right. So this was inspired by your message.
Nice.
So I put this together the other day. Spiritual music around the world, one of the most common methods is call and response, and we know this like singing a refrain in a church hymn. Okay, so I will sing a line, and then everyone else, you don't even have to sing. You can shout, you can speak it, you can do whatever you want. There's no wrong way to do this. Okay, but the rhythm goes something like this. I'll say a line, and then together we'll be. Drop the drama, heal the trauma, children of the light. Let's try that. Go. Drop the drama, heal the trauma, children of the light. There we go. Okay, so 1 second. There we go. Yeah, I thought we'd wake you up. Okay, so here we go. Ejected from the garden to wander through the night. Drop the drama, heal the trauma, children of the night. Forced to learn the difference between wrong and right. Drop the drama, heal the trauma, children of the light. Wandering through the wilderness for survival, we must fight. Drop the drama, heal the trauma, children of the night. Fear and suffering, it seems, our never-ending plight. Drop the drama, heal the trauma, children of the night. But our souls were born to soar. Choose love and we'll take flight. Drop the drama, heal the trauma, children of the night. And again. Drop the drama, heal the trauma, children of the night. Once more. Drop the drama, heal the trauma, children of the light. Y'all were great.
Thank you, Jeffrey. That was fun. Okay, we are pleased to have our guest speaker, John Watley, here today to present our lesson and a brief meditation. And John Watley has been in the mind, body, spirit for a long time. So we are honored to have him here.
Thank you. Thank you all for having me here today. Thank you for inviting me. So, a little nervous. It's been a while since I've talked in front of a group. And I have my friend Jerry. He's going to help me out today a little bit. We're going to come back to him. So, Rumi said that there's a field out beyond right and wrong, and that he'll meet us there. And for me, that is the heart space. And to me, after all of the journeys I've been on, I first started a massage therapist, then quickly learned there was a lot more going on than meets the hand and eye. And it took me on a lifelong journey. I'm still on the journey. We're all still on the journey. But I've come like full circle in a way, back to the space where the heart is the most important aspect of us. It really is. And our body is divinely designed and divinely created. And I'm going to help prove that today, and Jerry's going to help me prove that. That our bodies are sacred. They're temples. And what happens through life is let me go back. So as we're living life, we're born into a world that is full of exile. The misperception that we're separate from God. Then we have experiences because those people have what I call eating the poisonous fruit that has just been passed on and on. You can call it the apple, right? Everybody's eaten from this perception that we're separate and disconnected, which is the biggest illusion. To me, that's the root of all sin, is that perception that you and I are separate, when in fact, there is no separation between us. And it's the heart space where we connect. So the exile, since we're born into a world that has exile, we're fed that information. We're born to perceive the world split and separate. And in a way, I feel like I'm preaching to the choir here, because y'all are all on the same page that I'm thinking and talking about and have come back to. And that exile shows up in our life as we grow up. It shows up trauma first. Every one of us has PTSD. Trauma is simply exile. And drama is the effort to get us back to the heart. Every trauma is simply from the separation, misperception of separation. So then what happens is we just kind of pass that on to our children, right? We have an experience, we have a misperception, that sense of exile gets sent to them. And exile is trauma, not necessarily the experience, but the feeling of being separate from love, from safety, from God. It's the simple exile is trauma. So that's PT part. The PTSD, the stress disorder, is the drama, the effort that we do to try to get back into the center. But we're coming from a place where we're exiled. So then we're all playing with our external issues, trying to get back into the center. So we go round and round like this wheel. The Zen Buddha calls it the life and death wheel, just spinning around and around. We're spinning around the real issue, which is the heart. And pain is what brings us back. It's not a punishment from God. Pain is not something that's put upon us. It's what we experience. In Genesis, God said, after they ate the apple, you're going to have painful childbirth. You're going to toil and suffer. I don't believe that was a curse. It was simply saying, now that you've deviated and are seeing things separately, pain is just what you're going to manifest in your relationships and your experiences. It just happens because we're coming from that separate perception. Pain has a way, eventually, not always, it's the potential, it's the doorway to start looking back into our own heart. Where to me, the root of everything, good and bad, comes from either misperception or truly seeing the heart. So we're going back to the heart of the matter once we wake up, once we start having these experiences. We see that we've been exiled, we've been living in drama, trying to get something that we already have inside. I mean, it's literally inside. So I don't believe God kicked us out of the garden because the entire planet is the garden. How can you be kicked out of the garden when it's the whole entire planet? We have exiled God in our erroneous perception that God is separate. But God can never go because God is everywhere, omnipresent, which means God is in your heart. If God is omnipresent, that means God is everywhere. It's in every single atom, and it's in our heart. So when they talk about Jesus or God knocking on the door to come into the heart, I believe they're knocking to come out. They're in there. You know, it's like the veil that we put around our heart. That we walk around in the world bumping into each other in the dark, trying to find the very thing that is just simply inside of us. So that enlightenment that we start to have through pain makes us start to look inside ourselves, and come to the conclusion that there's better ways to live. There's better ways of experiencing. We all have different patterns that we've grown up from. The poisonous apple. One of mine was to be, who here is empathic? So on that path, I've been doing body work for 30 years. And my pattern outside of the garden was to eat people's stuff, to absorb their negativity. And that's not the path. It's not the path to absorb other people's negativity. It's about shining a light so other people can find their own light. Because, to me, healing is something that can only happen internally for us, to us. So as we experience pain, we start to wake up to hey, maybe I need to look inside myself. And we start challenging and questioning of these patterns that we've lived by. And as we begin to look at within ourselves, we begin to see the erroneous, the things that were taught to us from misperception of separation, exile, from drama that we've been in. And this drama leads to pain. And as we start to look inside, those things can begin to dissolve and go away. So any truly deep enlightenment from the heart, truly deep enlightenment always goes back to awakening to ourselves, awakening to that connection. All discomfort, pain, and dis-ease to me is just when we have got disconnected from light, which is awareness, love, which is acceptance, and life, which is just allowing. And as we go back into the heart, we get back into the center of ourselves, it starts to flow. One thing I've really woken up to this year, just this year, is I was trying to do it all myself. You get on the spiritual path and you feel like you got to be a certain way and do a certain thing. And what I'm realizing, as you start getting closer back to that heart space, that Garden of Eden, the one thing to do is the thing that got us into a world of exile, pain, and drama, the opposite, which is invite God back in. So it's become our daily practice to invite God into our hearts, into everything we do. I mean, everything from my self-talk to what I do, everything. And by inviting God back into our hearts, then what happens is things just line up. Like this talk today. This is something I've wanted to do for a while, but I wasn't efforting. So by aligning, then it just happens. So we just have to show up part of the way. Are y'all familiar with the painting of Adam from Michelangelo, the creation of Adam, where God's reaching out, all the way, like this. And then Adam's okay, literally, God's Adam's laying him back and doing this. Here's the thing. All we have to do is this. Just that. It's a little movement. God's already gone most of the way. So, and inside of us, we are divinely designed. So I'm going to peel Jerry's face off here. And this is the Ark of the Covenant. 1000%, I'm convinced of working with the body. This is the Ark of the Covenant. The wings, these are called wings in anatomy. The outer wings touch the temple. When you touch your temples, you're touching the Ark of the Covenant. These lesser wings touch each other, just like in the Bible terms. And this little red saddle you see here, the Turkish saddle, your pituitary sits in there. And your pituitary is two-lobed. And the commandments, it's the two stones the commandments are written on, which are hormones. Right here, we have the covenant to God inside of us. The first 7 cervical vertebrae are the archangels. This is Jacob's ladder, the spine. We are the story of the Bible. It's written into us. It's a story about us. And as we begin to heal the sense of exile and separation, we come back to the heart. We get a new way of looking at the world, like being in it, but not of it. And by doing that, our light can shine forth into the world. Like, I'm not doing this today for me. I'm doing this for the glory of God. That's what changes things. Before, I was trying to heal people and fix people and do it my way for my glory. But as soon as I started surrendering to God, not me, things really changed. And they're still changing. Like I said, my path is still going, just like everybody else here. So as we begin to return home, it's about inviting God back in. So I'm going to do a little meditation. And so if you want to close your eyes, this is going to be a short little meditation here. Just take a couple of cleansing breaths and bring yourself to this moment. Let all the drama, the trauma, the sense of exile, the swirling world around us fade away. Focusing on your lungs and heart as you breathe. I want you to imagine that there is a globe, much like those Christmas snow globes. There's a globe in the center of your chest. And when you look into that globe, it's a lush, beautiful garden. Right inside of you. You don't have to go anywhere. Your body is your temple. And you worship with everything that you think, say, do, intend, and feel. Now I want you to take your imagination inside of that globe. And you're going to find yourself sitting next to a stream. You're sitting so close that you can reach out and touch the water. It's a rather large stream. And as you sit there, your eyes are closed. You're just focusing on the sounds of nature, the cool ground beneath you, the wind blowing around you. This is your garden. This is inside of your heart. And that stream in front of you is God's creative and life-sustaining power. It's flowing to you and through you at all times. And if you want to, all you have to do is reach out and put your hand in that stream. This journey we've been on is about developing the ability to choose this. Ultimately, in my life, I've come to, this is the only choice, is to come back and immerse myself in my Creator's stream of life-giving and life-sustaining energy. And to be an extension of that to all around me in the best way I can. So in your own way, if you feel drawn to, invite God into your heart in this moment. If there's something you've been dealing with, some kind of exile, trauma, or drama, invite God into that. You don't have to worry about all the details. It's just a little extension of the finger. All we have to do is lift a finger. That's it. And it's there. Invite God into those places so that they can be healed, so that you can live fully from the heart garden as we restore Eden to the entire planet, one person at a time, one soul, one God. I see and bow the God in every one of you. You can open your eyes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Out. I want to hear more. That was great. Okay, so now we have special music. Life Carries All.
Thank you. This is Life Carries All, and it carries that same message that John was talking about, that our idea of separation is just illusion. We're all basically waves on the same ocean.
I know it can feel so rough, how for each wave a trough, for every high or low. You want a band, but you gotta play solo. So easy to forget. The sun rises as it sets. Every wave bar none. An expression of the ocean. Life carries on. Life carries on, even after the fall. She answers your call. Life carries on. You've forgotten your name while playing the game. Believe in your role makes your world whole. Every leaf on the trees, honey from the bees, fruit from the vine, all expressions divine. But the stars in the sky reflect the tears in your eyes. In an improvised song, nothing can ever go wrong. Life carries on. Life carries on. even after the fall. She answers your call. Life carries on. Life carries on. Even after you dissolve. No problems to solve. Life carries on. For the beggars who crawl, for those nailed to the wall, the grown men who bawl, scarred trees standing tall, for the suffering thralls, the broken porcelain dolls, the homes, empty halls, those living in abandoned strip malls, all the animals and trees, the sky and the seas, for eternity, infinity, for you, for me, for all of y'all. Life carries on. Life carries on. Even after the fall, she answers your call. Life carries on. Life carries on. Life carries on. Life carries on.
Thank you, Jeffrey. All right. If this is your first time at Unity, we are glad you are here. We hope you find this to be a place of like-minded people, a place to belong. We teach spiritual tools that can help you no matter what is going on in your life. If you would like a welcome packet, an usher can bring you one. And now we have an opportunity to support our spiritual community as we prepare our gifts. We recognize that giving is an act of love, faith, and spiritual connection that puts us in the flow of every good thing. Okay, and if you will join me in our offertory blessing, please, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I send it forth with my blessings and my love.
Freely, freely, all that I am, all that I give and receive. Divine love through me blesses all that I am, all that I am, and to give.
We open our hearts in gratitude as we release these donations. We send these gifts forward through our congregation and into the world, blessing all that it affects. Affirmative prayer is essential to the unity movement. You don't have to carry your burden alone. Whatever your need, healing, guidance, peace of mind, or gratitude, we're here to pray with you. All written prayer requests are sent to the 24-hour prayer vigil at Unity Village. You can call the number on the screen any time of day to have someone pray with you, or you can also confidently submit prayers online. You are never alone in prayer. We also have our prayer box, which you are welcome to put a prayer in anytime. We turn our attention to our sacred prayer chest. If you have a need in which you'd like prayer support, you can fill out a prayer request and place it in our prayer chest at any time. Names can be added to our newsletter prayer list by writing them down on the clipboard in the lobby or by submitting prayer requests online. Each name and request placed within it is held in the light of divine love and infinite wisdom. Let us join together now in holding those named on the screen along with a person, situation, or intention of our own in love, light, and peace. And so it is. Amen. Okay. Let's see. We have some brief announcements. We have the May-June editions of the Daily Word available for pickup in the lobby. Feel free to take one for yourself or a friend on the way out if you don't already have a subscription. And we also have the Crystal Bowl Sound Meditation and Qigong on May 16th. With Linda and Nanette. Please bring a yoga mat or a blanket to get comfortable, and love offerings are appreciated. And then Saturday, May 23rd, from 10 a.m. to noon, we're hosting a gut health reset class with Renee Wallace. Learn how modern diets disrupt gut health and simple strategies to restore balance and promote gut wellness. Tickets are $25 a person. Pre-registration is required, and you can get your tickets through the QR code on the flyer or in the link in our newsletter. And today, don't forget, is Celebration Sunday, and we do have sandwiches and goodies, so I hope you'll stay after and have a snack with us. And with that, we have reached the end of our gathering, so please rise and circle up, and we will sing the peace song and end our gathering with a prayer for protection.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. God is our Father, brothers and sisters are we. Perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be my moment now. With every step I take, let this be my song now. To take each moment in love, each moment in peace, eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. You're welcome. Oh, wow, thank you. Appreciate that.
I really appreciate you. Did you write it?
Yes.
Is there a way you can listen to it again?
Yes.
Recorded?
Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel. My name is Jeffrey Rector.
Okay, are
Yes, ma'am. Maybe get like the online newsletter or something like that. Or, okay. All right. Okay, great. Well, that sounds good. I will. Let's see.
I'm Debbie Gibson.